Hello, welcome to another day of sculpting. I have a new material that I want to introduce that some of you might find that you're needing. It is a roll of sculpting mesh, and I've cut a few bits off to show you how to use it. Now this is an optional material for if you need to create fabric-like effects. You can see, like with my sculpture, he has like a big bell bottom type effect at the bottom of his pant leg, and I want to show movement in that fabric like he's dancing. And so you can see with my other leg, I've bulked out with foil and I've made it solid so that when I squish it, I'm not changing it much. But I want more movement here. And so I've employed the use of this sculpting mesh. So when you use sculpting mesh, you want to cut it so that it's the right length for what you're doing. So mine is, excuse me, it's just a little bit long here. So I'm going to cut it there, and then I'm going to fold it over so that I can see how this is not exactly the same. And it's so hard to get it cut exactly right when you're cutting it off the roll. So we're going to forgive ourselves and we're just going to trim it up. So now I've got this wire that I can pull and sculpt and form in any way I want, but it has to be supported, because if I push on it, it squishes, right? So it's got to have a support. So you have to create the volume that's going to go under it first, but it really helps to create a more realistic draped fabric effect. So I'm going to just pleat, fold it over on top of itself at the top, and then I'm going to allow that extra wire down at the bottom to create like a lot of movement in the pleat. And I'm just going to repeat that action. I'm going to fold it under again and then pull and mold, so I'm getting that really pretty bit of movement. And just do it again. Now on my other leg, I did two separate pieces. I did a front piece that has bigger waves, and then I did the back, and it's a lot less big on the waves. I even have an area that's flat, just because of the way that the fabric would be moving. If he picked his leg up, that little bit would be flat there. But this one's not moving. He's standing on this leg, so it's going to be a little different. So we're just going to continue pleating that. Now this could be used in a lot of ways where you're trying to create volume and movement. So we're going to look at how this looks here. And I know it's on a screen and it's kind of hard to see, but I think that that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to twist this so that it's flat, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. I can use the rest on another portion of it. So I'm just going to set it, sorry, hit my mic with my sculpture. I'm going to set it on top of his knee here, and it's pretty thick. Now I don't have to leave all this here. I can thin it out. I can spread that out, and I can thin out that bulk so that when I put it all back together, it's thinner and it's not so bulky. So then I can put it on top of the triangle of his bell-bottom pants that I've created and glue it down, and I've got the front part of these pants. Now I've made them more volume-esque and more drapery-like it's actual fabric. So this is just an option of something that you could do to improve the movement in your sculpt and tell that story a little further. So if you have a dress, this would be a great material for you to play with. If you have flowy fabric like I'm trying to create here, it would be a great material for you to mess around with. And so I'm going to have it, probably keep it at my desk, and you're welcome to come and ask if you can have the sculpting mesh and you can give it a try, and if you hate it, you can rip it back off and continue on your way, but it's just one more thing to help us do a great job while we're working on our sculptures. Okay, good luck.